Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pedro, and I'd like to welcome you to the Alpha Success Network. Over the next few minutes that we have here together, I'm going to be sharing with you some ideas on how you can transform fear into action. Okay? So I want you to think about a goal that is important to you. Maybe you want to lose some weight and get into great physical shape. Maybe you want to improve your level of health and wellness. Maybe you want to improve your finances, right? Or maybe you want to get into a relationship. One of the main things that stands between where you presently are and where you want to get to is the emotion of fear, right? You may be fearful that you will not be successful if you attempt going for your goal. You may be fearful of criticism. You may have a fear of rejection. Whatever fear is holding you back, it is very, very important that you take that fear and you turn it into action if you want to realize your dream, achieve your goal. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you a very, very simple technique that I discovered from my own personal experience. And I actually went through a scenario last night. I got up at about 2 a.m. in the morning. And when I got up at 2 a.m. in the morning, I noticed that I was experiencing some fear as it pertains to a financial goal that I have set for my business. And when I began to experience that fear, I noticed that I spent like easily half an hour just tossing and turning in bed, thinking about the possibility of not accomplishing that goal. And I received a very, very interesting insight at that moment. And the insight was to, hey, Pedro, get up and just go to your living room. So I got up and I went and grabbed a cup of tea. And after drinking my tea, my mind started thinking. And in the dark, I just went to my desk and I began to write down action step after action step after action step after action step of what I can do to move closer towards the realization of my dreams. And as you can tell, one of the things that I wrote down was to create a video called Turning Fear into Action, and here I am now creating that video. So what I noticed was that when I began to write down the action steps that I can take, right, the tangible action steps that I can take to move closer towards my dreams, I noticed that the fear began to subside, right? It began to reduce and it was replaced with excitement, with enthusiasm, with hope, with optimism, with courage, because I began to become clear on what I need to do to move towards the realization of my goals. So the lesson that I really, really want to impart to you is that when you're experiencing an emotion of fear, an emotion of anger, an emotion of frustration as it pertains to the accomplishment of your goals, I want you to immediately write down some of the action steps that you need to take to move closer towards your goals, and then immediately start to take action, right? I wrote down my steps last night in the middle of the night. By the time I got up in the morning, I was taking action, right? And this applies to your fitness, this applies to your health, this applies to your finances, this applies to your relationship situation. You want to reach out to someone and create a relationship. Well, the best thing you can do is what? Take action. Take action. And this is how you actually turn your fear into action, by writing down tangible steps and immediately jumping into action mode. Now, I can guarantee you that if you jump into action mode and you develop ways to continuously stay motivated towards the pursuit of your goal on a day-to-day basis, you will notice that you're going to begin to experience something known as inner momentum, right? Inner momentum is this feeling of joy, this feeling of excitement that comes when you're moving towards your own unique goal. And when you stay with this inner momentum that you have developed, you will notice that you will begin to move closer and closer and closer towards the realization of your goals, the realization of your objectives, and in the long run, the realization of your dreams. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the lesson for today. What is the one goal that you really want to accomplish? Okay? The one goal that you really want to accomplish, I want you to write that down on a piece of paper. And the next thing I want you to do is to write down some tangible steps of what you know you need to do to move closer towards that goal. And as soon as you write down the steps, I want you to jump into action. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go.